Hi everyone, today we're going to show you how to make a recipe for nice crispy pakoras. Everyone's favourite for a tea time snack or a party snack. So these are the ingredients I'm showing you. Got 2 large potatoes, 3 medium-sized onions, just a handful of small baby spinach leaves, 3 green chilies, and these are the dry spices. 1 tablespoon of Bisar curry masala, 1 tablespoon of zira powder, 1 tablespoon of crushed chilies, and a spoon of salt. And we've got some baking powder, and I'll show you how much we need to put that in the gram flour later. I've got some coriander seeds as well, so I'm just going to grind them just to put in the gram flour later. There's 2 ways you can cut the potatoes. I'm doing thin slices like this and then cutting them through to make them like chips. Or you can cut them in cube sizes. But both ways you cut, you need to have them quite thinly, so when you make the pakora, the vegetables cook easily. So I'm making them like thin slices like this. I've cut all the potatoes into thin chips, and that's the onions going in. That's 3 green chilies. I didn't do them too finely because they look nice in a pakora when it's colourful. So that's all the onions going in. So this is the spinach leaves, and baby spinach is very small here. If you can't get this baby spinach leaves, just get normal palak leaves. I'm just cutting them up. So once you've put all the vegetable or ingredients in, I'm using potato and onions because that's the basic pakora, that's very tasty, and just a bit of palak, spinach leaves. You can add other vegetables if you want to, but we will do more ideas inshallah for coming up Ramadan, so I'm just making a basic one today. I've got 2 cups of gram flour besan in here. I'm just going to put some, but the secret is that you just cover the vegetables and don't put too much, because when you put too much besan in, the pakora will be heavy and thick, and we don't want that. We want a light, crispy pakora. So I'm just putting all the dry ingredients in now. The chili flakes, that's zira powder, I've just grinded it. Some salt, some bisar. This is an anardana powder. So you can see, like when I'm mixing it, that the gram flour is not like too much, it's just like covering everything. So when I mix the water in, I'll see if it needs it more, I'll put more in. And this is the main ingredient that makes it light and crispy, that's baking powder. So I'm going to put half a teaspoon of that. So that's half a teaspoon of baking powder. And I've got some coriander seeds. I'm just going to grind them in the grinder and put them. Just putting the coriander seeds in. So I'm just putting water in it, and then I'm going to see with my hands like how much I need. So when it gets into that stage where you can like make a nice pakora out of it. I think it needs a little bit more of besan, so I'm just putting some more. It doesn't need too much water in because of the onions and vegetables. If you put too much water, they go like watery and soggy, and you don't want that. You want nice thick mixture, so when you make a pakora, it comes together. Now you see, like when I make a pakora like this, you can see it's all nice and it is covered with all besan, but you can see all the vegetables as well. So that's fine. If you put more besan in, it's up to you, but that way it will become like a thick and heavy pakora. Like this, it will be just nice and crispy. I've just put the oil in to be heated, so I'm just going to wait 5 minutes for the oil to go hot. You need it on like about medium, not too hot and not too cold, because obviously you want the pakora crispy, but you want the vegetables to cook as well. I'm putting the pakoras in now because the oil is hot. I've still got the cooker on high heat. I will put it down in a bit. I want to put all the pakoras in first and then lower the flame. I just want to show you the difference of a homemade pakora that is crispy and light. Because you see mostly the shop made ones have too much besan in them and they're kind of like very thick and they be sitting in the oil, but with the homemade ones I've put less besan. You can see it's more crispy and light and it's just come up like that. About 5 minutes on both sides when you see that everything looks cooked and it's crispy and a bit brown. So you don't want to overcook it, but don't undercook it because you want the vegetables to be cooked inside. So this is about after 5 minutes, they look nice and golden and cooked on both sides, so I'm taking them out. So this is the second round of pakora I've put in, the ones before I've took out. And I just wanted to mention something that a cousin of mine in Pakistan requested that I should put a recipe up for pakoras because her pakoras aren't that good. And I just want to say to her that if you follow this recipe 100%, they will be nice and crunchy just like this. So this is the end result. Fresh homemade pakoras. Irresistible.